Hi, I'm Cynthia with Artbeads.com, and today I want to show you how to use the French knitter. The French knitter is a very simple tool that comes with 3 heads, and each head has different number of pegs. This is a 4 peg, this is a 5, and this is a 6. So I'm going to use the 4 one to make it very simple and faster, and you have this hook also that comes with it. So first you take your yarn. I'm using yarn because it will show better and it will be easier for you to see what I'm doing. So you take your yarn, you place it inside the tool, take it out and hold it with your hand. And then you're making little loop clockwise around the peg. So I'm going around the peg and going inside here. Go around the peg and going in the inside, around the peg and inside. So now I'm going back to my first one. I'm placing the yarn on top of my first loop here, and with my tool I'm going under the yarn like that, and I bring that knit, it's called a knit, on the other side of the peg. And now you see how it's loose here, so at the bottom I just take my yarn and pull on it. So the second one to show you, so I bring the yarn on top, taking this stitch here and bring it up above the peg and under, and it's catching the yarn that I just placed before. Again, the yarn is above. I'm taking the stitch, bring it up above the peg and down. I'm going to pull a little like that, and I keep going. It's actually very easy to do after you get it. And the first one, of course, is like anything you do. It's a little more tricky because nothing is really settled down yet, nothing is tied yet. So this is my yarn above. I take the one under, bring it up and behind the peg, pull it up like that, and you keep going and going. You see how easy it is, and I should actually hold it, that would be better. Like that. Take the yarn above and down, above, like that, and that's it. So what is really great with that is you can use different type of yarn, and here I use a crochet yarn that is really beautiful and makes that really nice pattern. And what I like in that tool also is you can take the head out and you can look at your work and see if you like it or not. I'm going to put it back. So let me show you again a little more, and then I show you how to finish it. So my yarn, I put it above, take the stitch under, bring it above, and you have the yarn on the top that goes under, and put it down. That, taking the stitch under, bringing up above the peg and in the back, up in the back. And sometimes with this type of yarn it gets a little loose, and what I like to do once in a while is taking the head off and pulling like that, and everything's getting tight again. So now let me show you how to finish it. So I'm gonna do one more stitch like that. So I'm taking my thread and putting it here. So I'm gonna take that stitch and bring that stitch on that peg here. Take it away and bring it here. So now you have 2 stitches. Take that stitch, bring it up like that. So you see how you're taking things out of the peg now? Take that stitch and I'm going to bring on that peg that is next. It wants to go, yes, like that. Take the stitch under, bring it above, whoop, I'm taking that stitch, bringing it here. That. Taking the stitch, putting it to the next peg. And sometimes it is a little tricky, but easy to fix. Like that. And now I'm on my last stitch. I'm taking here. And I go up. So now you're ending with one stitch only, so take it with your hook. Like that. You can take your work out. And what I do is I put a little in here, and you cut your thread here, like that, so it goes inside, and then you tie, and that's it. So what I like to do is to weave that yarn inside here, and then you just take some end caps and you glue everything inside, and you have this very pretty bracelet. So now I want to show you how to do with beads, because I think that with beads is really, really, really fun. So I want to show you how to use bead with the French knitted, but first you need to put your bead on the yarn or the jewelry wire if you use one. And if you're making a necklace, you're going to need between 200 to 400 beads depending on the size of the bead. So I have here a dental floss threader that you can find in any drugstores, and is pretty cheap and very great for putting your beads on a piece of yarn. So first I'm going to slide the yarn through the loop of the dental floss, and then I'm picking up my bead like that. And then the only thing you have to do is just slide the bead through the loop, through the yarn, and your bead on the yarn, and you keep going. So remember, it's better to put more beads than not enough, because you cannot add beads later. It's better to have extra. In that case, and I just pull, and here are the beads. So then when it's ready, you just bring your yarn inside the French knitter, and then you start doing your beading. Let's do with beads now. It's exactly the same technique, but this time you just add bead in between the peg. So I've got my bead, and I just slide them in between those two pegs, and my yarn, it's still on top of that stitch. Take my stitch, bring the stitch up on above like that. Do it again. I slide two beads that I put in between those pegs. I take the stitch down, bring it up, and you see how sometimes it's tight, so I tend to bring everything, push it down with my thumb, like that. Take two beads, so when you use bead, you have to make sure that they will fit the head. I did use some big beads that I have to take them out because there was no way they could go inside the head here. Like that. And once in a while, what I like to do also, it's because you see how they stick it up here and they're not going down. So I take the head out and I just pull on all my beads, and then they slide it inside. And that's it. You keep going. And on this one, what I like to do is first do some yarn here, plain yarn. When I end it too, also I'm gonna still put it more yarn, because then you can connect them together and it makes a really cute bracelet like that. Now if you don't want to use yarn, you can use jewelry wire like I did on this one. My only little tip that I can give you for that is, here you have the yarn going this way. Now imagine you have the thread, which is pretty small. So what I did is I took a bead stopper that I put at the end of the thread, like that. When it is inside the the French knitter, I have my bead stopper here and I can pull on it. It's much easier and more comfortable. So that's it. I hope you will enjoy the French knitter like I really did. I think it's a really great tool. And please go check on our learning center where we have more ideas and inspiration for you to look at. Thank you.